if you have an incredibly valuable video, if nobody clicks on your thumbnail, nobody's gonna know. It is the most important thing for you to invest into, and it's an investment, not an expense. If you want clients coming directly to you every single month that turn into closed deals for free, YouTube is without question the #1 way to do it. However, I've helped create some of the most successful YouTube channels for real estate agents, and more than almost anybody else I know in the industry. I've talked to so many agents that have YouTube channels but are not getting the tangible results that they're expecting, which is clients reaching out to them, turning into appointments, clients, and closed deals. And there's 10 things that I see every single one of these agents are doing wrong that are leading to them to investing a ton of time into their channel, but not getting the results that they're looking for, turning into wasted time, which is not what I want for you. I want you to be one of the success stories where you're getting a ton of clients coming to you from your incredible free content. So for the first time ever, I'm going to reveal the 10 common consistent themes that I see agents going wrong with that are leading to their channels failing, so that you can avoid them and see massive success from your channel. What's up? My name is Mike Sharoba, the eXp Realty. I train thousands of agents every year to scale their business leveraging social media. And if you want to know not just how to leverage long form content with YouTube, but also short form, I have my free 90-minute masterclass that gives you the blueprint. Drop a comment below and I'll gladly give that to you. But without further ado, let's dive into these 10 common mistakes that you need to avoid if you want to have a YouTube channel that leads to clients consistently coming to you, leading to endless commission. The first one is instant gratification versus delayed gratification. One of the things that you'll see is that you'll hear all these stories on YouTube, even some on my channel, where you'll hear people getting their first client from their YouTube channel within the first month or the first 3 months. And that can happen. It has happened a ton of times. But where a lot of agents go wrong is they use that as the measurement of their own success. So one of the things that I see all the time is people ask me, Mike, how long will it take for me to follow a blueprint and get a client leveraging YouTube? And I'll tell them, well, on average, it's about 3 months if you do the right things, follow my blueprint in the Social Agent Academy or from some of my YouTube videos. That will give you probably a 3-month buffer in order to get your first client. So what happens is they go do it for 3 months, usually not learning all the right things, and they don't get a client within 3 months, and they say, you know what, Mike, doesn't work for me, I'm not cut out for it, I'm going to TikTok. And then they go to TikTok and they do it for 3 months, and then they don't get a client from it, and they go to a different platform. And they're always jumping from one thing to the next because they have an instant gratification perspective. If you look at any of the people that I've had on my YouTube channel, the one thing that they never asked was, how long will it take for me to get a client? They said, what do I need to do consistently to make sure I get clients at some point? So what you'll see is that if you can extend the time horizon for which you're expecting tangible results, there's no way for you to not only lose or get disappointed, but you will almost guarantee that you win. So what I mean here is that let's say that you commit to YouTube for 12 months, 1 year, and you don't get a client within 3 months, then you're probably going to be a little bit discouraged, a little bit disappointed, but you're not going to give up because you've got 9 more months left. If you look at saying, okay, I'm going to do YouTube for 10 years and you don't get a client within the first 3 months, it wouldn't bother you in the slightest because you've got 9 3/4 years more left before you're expecting to see results. And if you look at anybody that succeeded, including myself or anybody else that I've featured on my channel or the incredible success stories I've created, they say, I'm doing this for the rest of my career. So if you've got 10, 15, 20, 30 more years left in real estate, if you don't get a client within 3 months, you wouldn't even think about it because you've got so much more time left. Because if you follow the right process every single week and you're always improving, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So the easiest way to avoid disappointment when it comes to success on your YouTube channel is don't even ask, when should I be getting a client? Just make sure that you're improving consistently every single month and the clients will come. That leads to point number 2, which is not being consistent. Anytime I've seen an agent not succeed on YouTube, they're putting out 1 video this week, skipping a week, 2 videos the next week, 1 video the week after, skipping 2 weeks, and they are not consistent. And what you will always see is that you will always make time for your priorities. Sometimes I hear people saying, well, Mike, you don't have kids or anything like that. I'm a mom or I'm a dad with all these kids and I can't do videos like you. Well, Suman, who I helped do 87 deals in his first year, has 3 kids. Marty, who did 6 figures in her first year, has kids. If you look at every single success story that I've ever featured on my YouTube channel, They all have kids, they all have spouses, they all have mortgages, and they all have all of the things that people continue to use as excuses. You can have results or you can have excuses, but you cannot have both. What you need to do is build this into your calendar as a non-negotiable. So anytime I've seen somebody not succeeding on YouTube, I ask them to pull up their calendar and I'll say, show me when you've blocked off time to record. And they won't have that. Well, of course they're not being consistent because you haven't blocked it off. If it's not in your calendar, it does not exist. So you need to make sure that if you want to thrive on YouTube, which you can, regardless of your age, gender, demographic, race, ethnicity, language, geographic location, experience level, it does not matter. You can succeed on YouTube, but you have to make it a priority. You have to make it a non-negotiable. You have to put it into your calendar and treat it as a non-negotiable every single week. And if you do that for long enough, you're guaranteed to see results. Number 3 is lacking quality. And what I mean by that is not probably what you're assuming, which is not lacking quality in terms of a super fancy mic, really crazy lights, all kinds of nice cameras and lenses and things like that. That's not it. Every single agent that I've helped thrive on YouTube has literally started or just used this. Mobile phone, iPhone, Android, doesn't matter. Any new phone is more than good enough. But what I'm talking about is the quality of the delivery and the quality of the value that's coming from it. So yes, you do want to have a decent mic, but you can get one for $50. Otherwise, you can use natural lighting, you can use your phone, you're good for the quality of the actual content. But what really matters is the quality of the delivery, the quality of the value of the information, the depth that you're giving, the clarity that you're providing, and the consistency of which your message is showing your true personality, which leads to the authenticity of your content. So what I've seen all the time is that the people that are not doing well on content is their videos are kind of just fluff and they ramble on forever, or they take too long to get into the message, or the value really isn't there. And there's all these other videos that are so much more valuable. That's not it, right? So you really want to take this serious, because what you want, the end goal, is for somebody to come to your video, maybe searching for moving to Calgary, the 5 things that you need to know. And you want people to come to that video and not have to go watch another video about 5 things people need to know before moving to Calgary. You want to provide that level of depth, clarity, and consistency to make sure that people are getting everything that they're looking for from your content. And if you do that consistently, you'll never have to worry about people going anywhere else. Number 4, huge one, not investing into thumbnails. People have 2 options of whether to decide to click on your video or not, which is the thumbnail and the title. Well, the title is free, right? You could write the title, it's really important, but you don't have to do any design work. It doesn't take much time. The thumbnail is where a lot of agents go wrong, which is they spend 30 to 60 minutes on Canva playing around, designing something that doesn't look that great and doesn't get many clicks. So even if you have an incredibly valuable video, if nobody clicks on your thumbnail, nobody's gonna know. It is the most important thing for you to invest into, and it's an investment, not an expense. Because let's say that you want to be worth 6 figures, and that means you want to be worth $50 or $100 per hour. Well, if you want to be worth $100 per hour and you can outsource thumbnail design on Fiverr for $15 or $10 per thumbnail for somebody that does it all day, every day, and will make it look better and could get 10 times more views on your video because it's properly designed, you just got a 10 times return on your time invested. So you can't be doing $10 per hour activities expecting to make 6 figures and expecting your content to grow when you are not a graphic designer, you are a realtor. You should be getting clients, servicing clients, and nurturing clients. That's it. Content gets clients, but you need to spend your time creating more content, less time designing things on Canva. Because again, if you outsource that and that one properly designed thumbnail gets you 10 times more views, you just got a massive return on your time invested. So you need to look at it as an investment, not an expense. Because if you take that 1 hour and use it to record 2, 3, or 4 more YouTube videos, that is a way better reinvestment of your time than playing around on Canva. Number 5 is not learning how to optimize. I see this constantly. People that actually put out good quality content, people that actually somehow design really good thumbnails, and their content gets 17 views, falls flat. They've been consistent for years and are still not getting the results that they're expecting. And the reason being is because they do not know how to optimize. They don't know the right approach to thumbnails. They don't know how to do the right tags, descriptions, and all of the other aspects that go into a properly optimized video to rank it number one. If you want to know how to do that, again, just drop a comment below. My free training literally shows you how to do it for free. But it is so important that if you're going to learn how to do an activity, learn how to do it well, right? So it's not just what you do, it's how you do it. So if you're going to be doing YouTube, you need to intentfully learn and become a student of it so that way you're not just putting all this time into something that looks pretty and falls flat, but rather something that will bring you clients consistently every single month. Number 6 is thinking unbiasedly. This has been one of the biggest game changers of my own YouTube channel, where I do 2 specific things every time I upload a video. The first is with thumbnails, the second is with the actual video. With thumbnails, what I'll do is, let's say I'm doing a video, keeping it consistent here, is 5 things you need to know about moving to Calgary. Well, what I'll do is I will get my thumbnail designed by somebody else, my graphic designer, and then what I'll do is I'll do the search on YouTube and I'll type in moving to Calgary, 5 things you need to know, or something like that, moving to Calgary. And then I'll take my thumbnail and I'll put it beside each of the top 3 ranking thumbnails and say unbiasedly, if I didn't know who I was, what I've achieved, what I've done, or how incredible my video is, would I actually click on my thumbnail versus theirs? And what you'll see is that oftentimes you would click on the ones that are currently ranking versus yours. Well, guess what? So will everybody else. Get back to the drawing board, get a better thumbnail design so that you can genuinely say that from the consumer's perspective, unbiasedly, you would also click on your thumbnail versus the top 3. Then what I'll do is I will watch my own video start to finish and say unbiasedly, is my video, after watching the top 3 ranking ones, more educational, entertaining, and informative than the other 3? And if it's not, get back to the drawing board. So what I started doing is putting myself in the shoes of the consumer, because the nature of growing your audience is getting people that don't know who you are, don't know what you've achieved, or don't know what you've done to follow you, to subscribe, to reach out. Well, if you make the assumption that just because you are who you are and you let your ego and emotions get in the way, that people should just watch your video because it has to be so incredible, that's not looking from an unbiased lens. And as soon as you can start taking that perspective, your content will grow, it will improve, and you will start getting clients. Number 7 is not looking at the data. What gets measured, it gets managed. And it's so important to look at the data because YouTube analytics are absolutely incredible. It shows you a ton of valuable data. After you've put out a certain number of videos, which is just any critical mass, maybe 12, 15, 18 videos, and you've actually got enough content out there to get proper data. So don't be assuming you're going to get this data after 2 to 5 videos. But once you put out videos for long enough, YouTube will show you all of the data that you need in order to guarantee you improve over time. It will show you the exact channels that people who watch your videos are also watching, so you can go to their channels, filter the videos by most popular, and recreate them with your own spin on it. It will even show you the exact videos that people have watched who also watch your channel, so you can go put your own spin on it, and then you're gonna be good to go. So what you need to start doing is looking at which videos are performing the best every single month, which ones are not performing the best, so that every single month you can just look at the data, see what's working, what's not, double down on what's working, kill what's not working. And every single month, if you do that, your content is guaranteed to improve and your channel is guaranteed to grow. Number 8, massive one. This is so important. Every time I see agents consistent on YouTube and not doing this one thing, they're struggling, they're getting the views, and nobody is reaching out to them, which is including a proper call to action within the first minute. What you'll see if you look at your retention curves of any of your videos, about 70% of people are watching after the first 30 seconds, about 30% of people are watching by the end of your video, sometimes even less. So a lot of people are just gonna do their video, do their intro. Hey, it's Mike Shore with eXp Realty, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 5 reasons to move to Calgary. And then they go through their video, and then at the end of the video, they say, by the way, if you would like to know more information about moving to Calgary, please feel free to reach out, call me, text me, email me. All of the information is in the description. Or even worse, they just say, by the way, if you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Well, if that's the only call to action you're doing, the action that you call is the action people take. People are just going to subscribe and then go reach out to somebody else. And most people, 70% of people won't even be watching your videos by the end. So 70% will be watching in the beginning. So what you want to do is within the first minute, hook them straight out the gate within the first 15 seconds after you hook them. Then say, by the way, my name is Mike Sherwood with eXp Realty, and if you would like to know anything more about buying, selling, investing, or relocating to Calgary, please feel free to contact me. All of my information is in the description below. You can call, text, or even book a meeting with me on Zoom directly through my calendar link. Call the action you want them to take. You don't want just views, you don't want just subscribers or just likes. You want people to reach out to you. So if you don't call the action, no action gets taken. Tell them what you want, but more importantly, tell them within the first minute when the majority of people are still watching. Number 9, not building an email list. This is where a lot of people struggle to grow their content because they're always just uploading the videos into thin air and then hoping people find them. But what you'll see people will do that have strong YouTube channels that are growing is that they will always be sending their videos out to a database, whether it be past clients, current clients, potential clients, or you've got some sort of lead magnet like a free home buyer's guide, seller's guide, community guides, new home buyers webinars, or whatever the situation is, something that allows you to consistently be building an email list. Because that way, whenever your videos go out and they go live at whatever time, then you're able to send it to 100 people, 50 people, 500 people, 1,000 people, if you're a big agent, 5,000 people, so that more people are seeing your videos within the first 24 hours. And the more people that see it within the first day, the more YouTube's going to promote it. So it's really important to not just build your subscribers, which you don't own, YouTube does, but rather build an email list, which you do own, so that way, every time you put out content, you're able to send it to a critical mass of people that will get attention on it early on and will allow you to grow over time. And number 10, lastly, is just not having fun with it. This is one of the biggest things I see, is that content can actually be fun. Even though it's one of the nicest days of the summer, a lot of my friends are outside right now having patio beers, floating down the river, doing fun things, and I'm stuck inside here recording content. I actually have fun with this. I have fun knowing that this video might impact you or one person that watches it and change the trajectory of the business. I have fun being able to share my knowledge with more people so that you can improve your business. I have fun giving back and being able to create content and always improving my content to bring a better experience to you. If you don't have fun with doing it, it's going to be like pulling teeth or pulling hair. It's always going to be difficult. It's always going to be an afterthought. It's always going to be a negotiable, and you're never going to be consistent because you will never find fulfillment in it. So you have to be genuine. You have to find excitement in the process, getting better, watching your videos, seeing yourself improve. And that ultimately is one of the number one factors to seeing success on YouTube. So if you have a YouTube channel, drop a comment below. I would love to know how many subscribers you have, or if you've gotten any clients from your content. Drop a comment and let me know. Yes, I have got clients from my content. Otherwise, if you have any other questions, drop a comment below and I will make sure to answer them. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.